Heyo, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream, folks. What is up? My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those of you that do not know, TTG is the fastest growing, highest rated premium online trading educational platform and community where we all share the same goal, and that is to learn, trade, and profit together. 6 nights a week, we go live for free on this YouTube channel with myself. Other TTG Pro Trader moderators and special guests drop golden nuggets and share with you free lessons that can help you become a better trader. So if you're ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, folks, you've come to the right place. Take a moment, smash that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel and share this stream on your own social media. We're live right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. So welcome everyone joining us across all of those different social media platforms. Gang, listen up. I didn't figure out any of the stuff I'm going to share with you here today on this live. I didn't figure any of this stuff out on my own. I was taught by other professional traders. In 2007, my very first job out of college, working for a fund in New York City, that is where I learned how to trade. 2008 then was the housing market crisis, the Great Recession, the stock market crash. But I actually went on to receive one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards in 2008. Before that ever happened, before they ever let me touch even $1 of their money, I first had to go through an intensive training program. I had access to some of the top trading tools, and I was part of a community of like-minded traders. And that is exactly what the TTG platform is based on. Tonight's live stream is going to go down as follows, gang. We're going to start things off with a 20-minute Q&A session. Give some time for people to log on and join us here today. This will be your chance to ask me whatever questions that you have regarding trading. Then we're going to be recapping this session of the day. All right, we're going to be recapping the session of the day where I was able to pull out a 28% gain after hours. I hope you guys enjoyed my thumbnail. I was hysterical laughing as I was making the thumbnail for tonight's live. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So a 28% gain trading after hours, SPRT, but I'm also still in that trade. I still have a piece of that position. I'll talk to you guys through that entire trade setup, trading after hours, how to do it, what to look for, and I'll tell you what I am going to be looking for that stock going into tomorrow because I do still own a piece of it. Bulk of the position is off the table for 28% gain, but I am still holding on to a piece to see if we get a little bit more follow through there tomorrow. Then we're going to be talking about Fed meeting. Fed meeting. Tomorrow is the Fed meeting. What to expect, what to watch for, how I plan on trading that, and then a recap of some tech earnings. You had some big ones come out today. You had Apple, Google, Microsoft, AMD. You also had Starbucks come out and report earnings today. So there's a lot to kind of unpack about the overall markets and earnings with big tech, and then the Fed meeting, and then we're going to be talking about SPRT. So a lot to go over here today, gang. Let's not waste any more time. Let's start to dive right in. We're going to start that Q&A session in just a moment. Understand, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Do not feel embarrassed or ashamed to ask a question that you deem maybe silly or stupid. There is no such thing as a stupid question. The only thing stupid is not asking the question that you have. So don't be shy. You have a pro literally sitting here with 17 years experience telling you, ask me anything. I'm here to help. All right. So without any further ado, let's go ahead, start typing your questions in chat right now, and let's begin that Q&A. Do you watch level 2 or time and sales? And if so, what do you look for? Okay, Sebastian, yes and no. Let me explain. So I'll watch level 2 a lot more when I'm trading a small cap than I will when I'm trading a large cap. Level 2 on a large cap is really not going to tell you anything. You'll think you see a bunch of stuff. You don't. You think you see a big buyer. You don't. You think you see a big seller. You don't. About 80% of the volume that's transacted on the New York Stock Exchange every day is done through computer. That leaves about 20% done by human. And looking at level 2 on a large cap is really not going to tell you much. They're so liquid. They're so volatile. Algorithms are jumping in and out of there, high frequency trading. There's not a lot you're going to be able to gauge from that. When it comes to small caps, though, that ratio is a little bit further tilted in the other direction because a lot of hedge funds and a lot of algorithms out there don't touch small caps. Like when I used to work at the hedge fund, I wasn't really even allowed to trade like one of these like $2 stocks or these like $4 stocks or these small caps. We weren't even allowed to trade them. So the overwhelming majority of that volume is going to be coming through from retail traders, traders like you and I. Now, you still have obviously computer and algorithmic trading that are going to be in small caps as well. It's just not as heavy percentage of the trading volume as you'll see in some of the large caps. So when you're looking at level 2, sometimes on a small cap, it'll give you a little bit more insight than it will on a large cap. With that being said, I will never use level 2 really to say, oh, look, there's a big buyer. There's a whale. Maybe someone knows something that I don't. I should buy too. If someone else is buying 50,000 shares, I should buy too. I'm never, ever going to do that. I will look for in level 2 really for two different things that I'll look for in level 2. First thing I'll look for is to confirm my support and resistance levels. So if I'm looking at a chart and I say to myself, okay, looks like we have support at $10. What I'm going to look for is when a stock approaches $10, I'm going to look for a really aggressive buying stepping in front of 10. Now, what does aggressive buying on level 2 look like? Not only is it level 2, but it's also going to be on the chart itself. But I'll look at level 2 and I want to see bids jumping on top of each other at $10. And it would be like if the stock goes from, $10.50 down to $10.05. As soon as it gets down to $10.05, all of a sudden $10.06, $10.08, $10.10, $10.12, $15, $16, $18, and the bids just jump on top of each other like that so fast that, the orders are not even being filled and they're just jumping on top of each other trying to capture liquidity. That's going to be a sign of aggressive buying pressure. Now, that's going to cause the price of the stock to very rapidly shoot back up off of $10. That's stuff that I'll look for to say, okay, there's my support. If I thought I saw support on the chart, that action in level 2 just confirmed the support for me. That is one way that I'll use level 2. Also, the exact opposite when it comes to resistance. The other thing that I'll use level 2 for is when I am trading some of these small cap stocks, I'll look for institutional sellers in small caps to kind of get me out of a position. What's an institutional seller? Typically, an institutional seller is going to be a fund or a bank or something that maybe lent this company money or invested in this company or gave them debt a while ago at a cheaper price. They were never really able to sell it because the stock never traded enough volume for them to sell their position. Then all of a sudden there's some liquidity event where the company comes out with a piece of news, the stock gaps up, starts trading like crazy. Then you have, where that fund will take advantage of that, what's called a liquidity event. They take advantage of that and they sell the stock. Typically the trader that's going to be selling that stock is going to be very lazy because it's going to be a smaller position. It's not going to be their main focus on the day. It's just something that they're going to have to do. And they're not going to trade it like a hawk. If they've got 200,000 shares to sell, they're just going to throw 50,000 share chunks out at a time until they get filled. And what I'll look for is, all of a sudden the stock is trading, let's say $8.10 by $8.16. Then all of a sudden somebody comes in 50,000 shares for sale at $8.14. They come inside market. That's what that's called. So if you come low offer or low ask, that's called inside market. Inside market is anywhere in between the bid and the ask. So if the bid is 810 and the ask is 816, anywhere from 811 to 815 would be considered inside market. So if you see one of those big orders come inside market, that tells you that that seller is very aggressive, that they want to sell those shares. They want to sell them now. If they're not being aggressive, if the stock's, let's say 810 by 816, they might put the offer at like 840, 850. And it's like, they're like, okay, if the stock gets there, I'll sell it at that price, but they're not in a rush. So I'll look for that to see, okay, is this seller in a rush? Are they coming low inside market? And then when they get filled, after buyers buy that position out, are they gone? Or 1 minute later, does it happen again? Because if it happens again, and let's say another 50,000 shares come for sale inside market, buyers buy it, then all of a sudden, 3 minutes later, bang, another 50,000 shares comes inside market. That's going to be a real big warning sign to me because that's going to tell me that that's institutional selling. That's not a short seller. That's not longs that bought earlier that are flipping out. That is someone that has a lot of shares and they want to get out of their position. So that's going to be a little bit of a warning sign. So those are really the two occasions that I really do focus very heavily on level 2. You'd be surprised that a lot of my trades are not necessarily based on what's going on in level 2. Mike, made money in the morning, then took my kids and parents to Knott's Berry Farm waiting for lunch. Got your alert for SPRT, was familiar with the chart, ripped a 25% gain before our table was ready. Yes. Yes, Chris, that's awesome. That is so awesome. A 25% gain while you were waiting for your table to be ready. That is incredible, man. Congrats. That's awesome. Yeah, guys, that's why make sure as a member of TTG, make sure you guys are downloading the mobile app. Excuse me. The mobile app is downloadable on iPhone and Android. It allows you to stay connected to chat even though you're not in front of your computer. You'll see the screen share. You'll be able to listen to the audio analysis. But most importantly, you're going to get the real-time push notifications when a moderator enters or exits a trade. So like Chris was waiting for his table with his kids and his parents at Knott's Berry Farm, got the alert, was able to pull it up and place the trade on SPRT after hours and catch a 25% rip. Great job, Chris. Really great job, man. I'm trying to find support on a steep downtrend right at the market open on a stock. What are good indications that an intraday reversal will occur? Well, first thing I'll say, Devontae, is you want to stay clear from those real steep pullbacks right off the open. Don't try to catch a falling knife. If the stock is going straight down at the opening bell, just stay out of the way. Stay out of the way. The market's open for many hours. You don't need to be a hero within the first 2 minutes. So I don't trade in the first couple of minutes of the day. You'll never see me place a trade at 9:31, 9:32. You'll never see me do it. It's just a coin flip. You know, you're chasing momentum at that point. There's no chart pattern or setup. You're just chasing momentum. And the price action right off the opening bell can be extremely volatile. And it's very difficult for you to identify your stop loss and manage your risk because you don't really have a clear level or a pattern to trade off of. You're just trading momentum. If that momentum stops, you try to stop out of the position. You don't really have a clear indication of the risk that you're taking on the trade. So I don't trade in the first couple of minutes. I teach my members not to really trade in the first couple of minutes unless you're a scalper. If you're a scalper, then you can have some really good opportunity in those first couple of minutes because all that momentum from the pre-market, like leading gap up, all these people rush in to buy the stock. It's like, ooh, the stock's up 40%. It's like, ooh, shiny thing. And everybody gravitates towards it. So sometimes right off the bell, you could get a quick pop. And if you're a scalper, someone that likes to get in and out within like 30 seconds, that can maybe be a good opportunity for you. I'm not a scalper. I'm not going to be in and out of a stock within seconds. I'm a traditional day trader. I like to be in my trades for several minutes to several hours long. I also do some swing trading as well. Trade stocks, options, small caps, mid caps, large caps. We trade everything inside of True Trading Group. We do day trades and swing trades every single day. So there's literally something for everybody inside of True Trading Group. But to answer your question specifically, Devontae, it's like stay clear of those quick pullbacks off the bell. What I would look for is when you're getting the real aggressive steep downtrend, you need to know where your support levels are on the chart. And then you look for as steep of a decline as you're getting off the open, look for equally as steep of a rebound once that support level is tested. So that's what I would look for. If you're looking to see, is there going to be an intraday reversal, is you need to have your support levels identified. And as that stock is dropping, let it drop into your support levels. Don't just step in there and try to catch a falling knife. You try to catch falling knives, that's how you get hurt. All right, that's how you get hurt. So that's something to be conscious of, but I would just say wait for the stock to get to your support levels. And then when it does, if you see as steep of a bounce off that level or as aggressive of a bounce off that level as you did a steep decline, that could be a sign of a potential intraday reversal. But every setup's going to be different. The strength of that support level is going to be based on a lot of different factors. What's the setup? You know, what are the support indicators that are lining up at that support level? How confident are you in that support level? That's what I'm going to look for. If let's say, $8 is the prior day's high, it's also the 38.2 Fibonacci level. It's also my trade line and my VWAP. Well, then, okay, I might really look for support at $8. So if we open up at 9 and drop straight to 8, but then rapidly bounce from 8 right back to 8.50, 8.60, that's going to be a sign of aggressive buying at that $8 level. And I might go ahead and take a position at 8.60 or so and then have a stop loss down there below 8 and look for the stock to then continue up to 9, 9.50, 10. That's something that you can look for. All right, but don't just try to catch falling knives. Don't just step in there blindly. What do you look for when you're going to short a stock? D the grasshopper. I look for weakness. Now, that might seem like a very obvious answer, but it's not, because a lot of people love shorting strength. And I don't know why. A lot of people love shorting strength. I can't tell you how many times I get messages from people, and the stock literally is at an all-time high. And they're like, hey, Mike, do you think this is a good short opportunity? No. Stop shorting strong stocks. Short weak stocks. So many people have a tendency to short strong stocks because they think that because the stock is up so much, they think, oh, well, it's got to go down more than a stock that's already weak. That's how you get yourself into trouble. Shorting a stock just because you think it's gone up enough is not a good enough reason. Take Tesla, for example. Take NVIDIA, for example. Take GameStop, for example. Like you look at any one of these stocks, take FTNT, for example. Like I'll just pull up a couple of charts for you guys just to show you some examples of like what I'm talking about. Because so many people will say to themselves, it's like, okay, like let's take a look at like the daily chart of Tesla, right? Like during this entire move, so many people wanted to short this thing because they feel like, oh, it's gone up enough. And they feel like it's going to go down a lot because it's up so much. But the stock just continues to go higher. Don't try to short strong stocks. All right. So don't try to short strong stocks. So like here's Tesla. Like so many people would try to short it and be like, oh, it's up so much, let's try to short it. But then no, you just get run over. Why? Because it's a strong stock. So many people say that about like NVIDIA. Okay, when you take a look at NVIDIA, all right, everyone's like, oh wow, like look at this move. You know how many times people tried to short this stock during this move because you're like, oh, it's up so much, therefore it must come down so much. Why? Stop trying to short strong stocks. You can take a look at like FTNT. Okay. You tell me, you want to short this thing? I don't know. Where would you want to short it? Did you want to short it there? Did you maybe want to short it there? Did you want to short it there? I don't know. Like where do you want to short this thing? Like at what point do you just say like, oh, it's up so much, so let me go ahead and short this thing? Congratulations to anyone that also got into FTNT. I did a live stream a few months ago. And I talked about a handful of cybersecurity stocks that I really liked because I thought cybersecurity was going to be a real serious issue and an ongoing issue. And this is when like all those hacks started to happen. Like remember the Colonial Pipeline hack? There was another hack with like the meat distribution company, and like it was like almost every week there was like a new hack. And I did a live stream a couple months ago, and I gave you guys like some of my top suggestions. I gave you 3 stocks that I like the best for cybersecurity, and FTNT was one of them. This thing has been an absolute monster. So congratulations to anyone that got into FTNT on that. Another one that I gave you was Palo Alto, which has done really, really well since May as well. That stock from 320 now up to 400. And the other one was CrowdStrike. That's right up there, up at new all-time highs as well. So congrats to anyone that got in any of those stocks. I know that's kind of, I wasn't expecting to talk about them. I just pulled up FTNT as an example because the stock's been on an absolute tear. But you guys get the point, right? You guys get the point that I'm trying to make. It's like don't short strong stocks, short weak stocks. There's certain setups that I'll look for shorts. It's like you can look for the reverse of all the bullish setups that you look for. The bull flags, you look for bear flags. TT triangles, look for the inverse of the TT triangle. You look for head and shoulders, you look for ascending wedges, you look for trend reversal patterns, you look for all of these different things, to give me an indication that it's time for me to get short. I'll also use, overall market sentiment. Like if I'm trading a large cap, I don't want to get long, Apple or Facebook if the NASDAQ is down 1%. I don't want to do that. Don't fight that. If you're trading a large cap, you really have to be very in tune with the overall market sentiment, because you might have a good looking intraday setup on a tech stock, but if the NASDAQ is at lows of the day, you might have a hard time getting that stock long. So don't try to fight the overall trend of the general markets. If you're trading something that is tied to the overall markets, like a large cap, you're trading like a $5 small cap, they don't give two craps about what's going on in the Dow, the S&P, or the NASDAQ. So that correlation is not really going to be there. But if you're trading a large cap, that correlation will be there, and that's something you got to be mindful of. Is options a good way to make big gains? Lewis Brand, absolutely. Options are a fantastic way to make big gains. They're also a fantastic way to lose big losses, okay? Options are a fantastic way to grow a small account. They're also a fantastic way to trade with a large account. Options are excellent because they provide leverage for traders that might not have the capital to trade a larger stock. Like a lot of people don't have the capital to buy shares of the SPY, or to buy shares of Apple or Facebook or Roku or Nvidia or Tesla, because the stocks are too expensive. But you might have the capital to buy an option in the SPY, Apple, Facebook, Roku, Tesla, Nvidia, etc., because the options are a fraction of the price. So options are a great way for you to grow your account, but they do carry higher risk than individual stock. It's true they carry higher reward, but in anything in life, stock market's no different. The higher potential reward, the higher the risk. So it's very important that before you start trading options, you actually know what you're doing. So many people start trading options, have not the slightest clue how options work. They have no comprehension of what affects the price of an option. They don't even know what time decay means. They don't know what a strike price means. They don't know what the option contract actually gives them the right to. They don't even know anything. They're just messing around. That's how you can really get yourself into trouble, because the thing that I see that beginner traders, that the biggest mistake they make is taking too large of a position size on an option, because they don't actually realize the risk that they're really taking on the trade. And when the trade goes south, they get their absolute heads cut off. But when things go well, they don't even realize it. They're like, oh, wow, that was great. I just made $1,000. That was the easiest thing ever. I love options. Then the next trade, they lose $3,000. And they're like, oh my God, wait, that was terrifying. I hate options. Options are great. You just have to understand how to trade them. You have to understand the risk. A lot of my teaching members did not know anything about options before they started, but a lot of them were able to grow small accounts through options. So it's something that I think every trader should have in their arsenal. You should understand options. We have option courses in our curriculum. It's free. It's totally free with your membership. There's no additional charge or fee or upsell for our option courses. They're all included as part of the curriculum. There's beginner option courses and there's advanced option courses. I highly suggest before you trade options that you go through those courses and then trade options on the simulator, which is also part of your membership. It's totally free. You can trade stocks and options with fake money with real-time data. It's very important for you to use the simulator before you start trading options with real money, because it's important for you to understand how the price of options move. The price of options move far differently than the price of stocks. So I like for you to trade on the simulator first, so you get used to that volatility, you get used to that price movement, because more often than not, traders will make position size mistakes. And that's how they get those really big losses. And they're like, oh my God, and they cripple themselves, they cripple their accounts. Make the position size mistakes on the simulator so you don't make them when you start actually trading with real money. All right. But options are a fantastic way for you to grow your account. We have like the majority of our members that have small accounts have done it with options. Guys, real quick, a quick show of hands. My TTG family members, if you started with a small account and have now grown that account because of everything that you're doing with True Trading Group and because of options, comment in chat right now. Tell me what you started with in your account and where are you at now. Tell me what you started with and tell me where you are at now as a member of True Trading Group. I'm curious. Wow, Josh Martin, that's incredible. Josh Martin started with $300, is now at $25K out of PDT. The PO started with $600, is now at $42K. Greg Hicks started with $1,200, is now at $8,300. Princeps Investment made a 50% gain today on the QQQ calls. Bruce Sears grew my $500 account to well over that using options. The Teach the Options courses are amazing. I'm well over that now. Jenny Wonder, about $1,000 she started with, is now up over $10,000. She just started trading in March. Jay Morris, in just a couple months, went from 4K to 8K. Jeffrey Perales from $49 to $623 in just 20 days. Keith says, I'm very red. All right, Keith, you got it. That's what I mean. Like, you might be making mistakes with the position sizing on options. That's what I mean by it's so important to understand proper position sizing and risk management. Israel Lopez started with $1,000, grew about $31,000. That's incredible. All right. Tom Gallant, 500 up to 36,000 in 8 months. Stone Trader from 5,000 now up to 36,000. Wizard started with 5,000, is now up almost 25K. Mark Penalosa started with 2K, is now stuck at 22,000. Made 500% on UPS puts today. That's sick. That is sick. All right. Diane Fig from $100 now to 5,000. All right. So you guys get the point. So these are all TGD members that started with small accounts and have now grown those accounts mostly because of options. And options are a great way for you to grow small accounts, but it's very important for you. It's very important for you to understand the risk. Okay. It's just very important for you to understand the risk. So please, before you start trading options, if you want to learn how to trade options, come join us. I'll teach you guys how to trade options. We have moderators in TTG that are specifically dedicated to options. So like Chris Toner, for example, Chris Toner has been trading options for 20 years. He's one of our moderators in True Trading Group. He's an options specialist. I think he actually just pulled out like a 50% gain on Bank of America put options today. If I'm not mistaken, 50% or 70%, something like that. He had a nice trade today on Bank of America put options. Just a fantastic options trader. We also have Momin who trades options. You've got the Wolf who trades options. I trade options. And I said, we have courses dedicated specifically to options. So if you guys are interested in options, just go through the courses first. That's my suggestion. Jefe Acosta started with $900 a year ago, is now at 12,000. Great job, man. Really great job. Mike for president. I know you guys caught my live stream last night when I went on a rant about I'm going to run for president. I'm going to run for president just so I can get rid of PDT rule for people. I had a one-on-one today. With a member actually. And it's like, it's very, very common that the PDT rule is actually problematic for members or for traders in general, where it causes them to make decisions that they don't necessarily want to make, but feel like they have to because they're bound by PDT rule. It's supposed to help protect the little guy. I think it does nothing but hurt them. The restriction causes them to, not stick to their risk tolerance. And it's a nightmare. It really is. I hate the PDT rule. It's the worst thing ever. If you guys want to get around the PDT rule, you could switch to a cash account. A cash account, you won't be bound to PDT, but you can only trade with the cash in your account. You don't get any margin from your broker. And it will take 2 days for the cash to settle when you're trading a stock. I think 1 day when you're trading options. Yeah, you can trade options in the UK. Yeah, Lee Bowler, seriously, I can't wait to trade options, but in the UK. Can I trade options in the UK? Lee, absolutely. Lee, we have members from all over the world, brother. We have members from all over the world. We have members from the UK. We have actually a bunch of members from the UK. We have members in Japan, the Philippines, in UK, in Singapore, in the Netherlands, Italy, Spain, Brazil, Mexico, Canada. We literally have members from all over the world. Yeah, you guys are kind of liking this Mike for president thing, huh? You guys like that? I listen. I like the sound of President Mike. Like Mr. President. I mean, I can get used to that. I made the joke yesterday though. Like, I don't know if other world leaders will be happy when they call me, and I'm like, I got to call you back. I'm busy. I'm in a trade. Thanks. Talk to you later. Can we get an option palooza? That's a great idea, Ramsey. Actually, we've done a lot of, obviously we've done many trader paloozas. And we always do option classes in Trader Palooza, but we never dedicated one palooza just to options. Something maybe to think about, something that I can put together with Moman and Chris Toner. Some of our option traders, maybe we can put together like just a course or a workshop just on options. So for those that don't know, what does Ramsey mean by palooza? We do these trader paloozas every couple months where it's an all day long virtual trading workshop. We start at like 7:30 a.m. Eastern and we close at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. The whole thing's recorded. I know that's super early for my West Coast members and for members from all over the world, but the whole thing's recorded so you can watch it later. But literally for 12 hours straight on a Saturday, the moderators and we each host 1 hour long workshops covering different topics. And all of our members get to come and participate in those workshops with us. It's an all day long thing. It's absolutely incredible. It's the greatest educational experience that I think any trader can ever go through. It's a complete game changer. It is totally free for TG members. There's no extra fee to attend a Trader Palooza, and you cannot attend a Trader Palooza if you are not a member. It's for members only, and it's free for members. It's worth the price of a membership alone. Literally, one Trader Palooza is worth probably more than your entire membership. That's how much education goes on in Trader Palooza. Guys, my TGG fam, if Trader Palooza has made you a better trader, type the number 1 in chat right now. If Trader Palooza has made you a better trader, type the number 1 in chat right now. All right, now, for those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, just pay attention to the amount of people that are going to comment in chat. It's an all day long virtual trading workshop. Like the amount of education that you get, it's literally 12 hours long. And we post like an itinerary before the workshop. We post an itinerary, and that will show you the schedule, like what time, what moderator is hosting what course. All right. And that way you get to, plan your day accordingly. Like if you got to take your kids to soccer practice, or, you've got a nail appointment, or you're going to go to the gym, or you got to go shopping, or whatever it is, you could, look at the schedule for Trader Palooza and say, okay, here's, this topic is about, how to identify, proper stop loss placement. Okay, I really want to attend that one. Then maybe there's a course that talks about, I don't know, crypto. And you're like, I'm not interested in that. So you don't have to attend that. You just log in to chat and log out of chat based on the schedule of the topics you want to attend. It's the greatest thing ever. It really is. Trader Palooza, you attend one Trader Palooza, I guarantee you will learn more in one Trader Palooza than you have learned probably in the entire last year doing whatever the hell else you've been doing. It's 12 hours of straight education. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I love it. Our members love it. Our moderators love it. It's a lot of fun. All right, guys, next question. No, it's not a bold statement. It's not a bold statement. So DCM says that's a bold statement. My TTG family members, true or false? True or false? Do you think that a new member would learn more in one Traderpalooza than they have in the entire previous year doing whatever else they've been doing? True or false? I'm being serious. Like, I'm not exaggerating at all in any way, shape, or form. And don't take my word for it. Just read the comments coming through chat. See how many members type true versus how many members type false. They've actually experienced Traderpalooza. So take it from them. Don't take it from me. All right. So there you have it. I saw about 400 people type true. All right. Hi, guys. I'll take maybe, where are we at? What time is it? It's 8:07. These Q&As fly. My goodness. I can't believe we've already been on this live stream for 30 minutes. What the hell? All right, guys. I think that just about wraps it up for our Q&A. You guys asked some really great questions. A lot of it was actually pretty relevant to kind of the day and what we've got going on. So great job, guys, asking all those questions. You guys asked some really great ones. For those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, if I did not get to your question, do not worry. I do this 6 nights a week. Make sure to click the subscribe button and turn on the notifications. So click that notification bell to make sure you never miss out on any one of these live streams. If you are a member of True Trading Group and I did not get to your question, just feel free to send me or any one of the 7 Pro Trader moderators in chat tomorrow. Send us a private message. We'll be happy to answer your question. And if the ability or to have access to me or any of the other moderators in chat during the day, all day to ask questions sounds strange to any of you, I assure you it's the norm in True Trading Group. It's part of what makes us a family. Now, speaking of new people and non-TTG members, I'd like to actually see what we're working with here. So guys, if you're not a member of True Trading Group or this is your very first time on one of our live streams, do me a favor, type the number 1 in chat right now. Okay, Byron Glassby, we've got Papa Grinch, Chucky's G, Metis K, Sam E, Michelle Moquin, personal stylist, Wago Crazy, Salim Nuhu Ali, Siopolis, Marva Robertson, Michael Sutton, Dan B, Patrick Brooks, North Carolina. How much money do I need to start trading with TTG? I'm not a member. Asks Big Yellow Bird. Big Yellow Bird, you do not need a lot, brother. We have members that started with $100. Diane Fig, for example, who's on the live stream, and I use her as an example because I'm so damn proud of her. Diane Fig started with $100 in her account. She's now up to $5,000. All right. You do not need, we also have many members that have started with 300, 400, 500, and they're now up to 5-figure accounts. We have many members that started with 500 or 600 that are now up to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. You do not need tens of thousands of dollars. I asked members just earlier on the live stream. I'm not sure, maybe Big Yellow Bird, if you were not here for that, but I actually asked my members if they started with less than $1,000 to comment and chat what they started with and where they're at now. So maybe I'm not going to ask it again, but if you go back and rewatch the live stream a little bit earlier, a few minutes ago, you'll see I asked that question. You'll see all the members comment. You do not need tens of thousands of dollars to get started. It's just not true. It's a misconception. It's not true. All right. So we have a lot of members that are typing the number 1 in chat. Beautiful. I love it. Welcome. All of you, welcome to the TTG live stream. Hope you guys are ready to learn something and get into a lot of different things. We're going to talk about tech earnings today. We're going to talk about the Fed meeting tomorrow, what to expect, what to look for, how to make money from it. And then we're going to talk about SPRT, the stock that I was able to pull out a 28% gain after hours. And I'm still holding a piece of that position. The bulk of the trade is already off the table for 28% gain, but I am still holding on to a piece, and we'll see what happens with regards to that stock tomorrow. We're going to recap and talk about all of that. But before we do, I want to make myself very clear. I want to kind of make a statement about something, because True Trading Group is, in fact, a premium product. We're an educational platform for traders. We combine top-notch education and premium tools from companies like TradingView, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, Quote Media, and we're a community of traders that all share the same goal, and that's to learn, trade, and profit together. True Trading Group is a business, folks. And some people say, well, if you're such a good trader, why make a business? Because I'm also a businessman. And my partner and I, Adam, we saw an opportunity to positively disrupt an industry that has a terrible reputation, and for good reason. The industry of trading education, courses, alerts has a horrible reputation. There's so many people out there that don't know their ass from their elbow. They spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars on marketing. They sell you a dream. You sign up, you learn nothing. Then they try to upsell you to some VIP package and convince you that's the reason why you're not having success, is because you didn't get the VIP package. It's horrible. I hate it. But we saw an opportunity there to disrupt that industry, and that's exactly what we're doing here. Guys, I get to wake up every day and do what I love, trade. But then I also get paid to help others become successful traders by providing 10 times the value of any other company or service out there for a fraction of the price. And for those people that are like, well, if you don't like the idea of TTG being a business, let me ask you this. Would you rather TTG treated you as a charity, or would you rather you get exactly what you pay for and then some? We're not here to do favors. I'm not here to just stroke my ego. I'm not here to say, okay, yeah, you guys all owe me something. That's not the point here. We run a business, and the purpose of that business is to grow and succeed. And our success and our growth, though, is based on the success of our members. That's how it's been for us, and that's how we've grown since day one. We do not spend millions of dollars on marketing like other people that are out there. That's why when you join TTG, we say, welcome to the family. This is why we work 15 hours a day on our platform, and why we leave no trader behind. We are only as good as our members are actually doing, not by how much money we spend on marketing. Our success as a company is directly tied to yours. And when's the last time any other business truly gave a shit about you or had that mindset in the first place, especially in this space? So just because we have a premium product and we do sell memberships does not make the quality of the information that I share with you on these live streams, or as a member for that matter, any less. The fact of the matter is that our members are becoming better traders, and they're making money, and they're successful. Over 80% of our members are successful, according to a recent survey that we did with our members from early July. That means they're making money and becoming better traders. And if you don't believe me, I want you to pay attention very closely and watch this. If you are a member of True Trading Group and you are making money and becoming a better trader because of TTG, I want you to type the number 1 in chat right now. Sound off, guys. Let them know. If you are a member and you're making money and you're becoming a better trader because of TTG, I want you to type the number 1 in chat right now. Anyone that is not a member, don't even listen to me. I want you to pay attention to the comments that are coming through chat. Just look at how many number 1s are going to come through. These are TTG members that are making money and becoming better traders because of True Trading Group. Take it from them. There's no difference between them and you. If they can do it, why can't you? They found True Trading Group the same way you did, folks, and that's a live stream. All right. So there you have it, folks. Bruce Sears says, I lost $15K on other junk programs. I gained that all back with TTG. Just look at all these number 1s. This is the real deal. Definitely a better trader. Thanks to my TTG fam. Worth every penny. Just look at all the number 1s that are coming through chat. Guys, these are TTG fam. These are my members. All right. These are my TTG fam. All right. So like I said, guys, becoming better traders, making money. You're seeing all these people comment the number one right there in chat right now. Now, before I do get into the main topics of tonight, we have a lot to talk about. I want to also just state for you guys that we give away a lot to members. We just did a $30,000 giveaway last Sunday to one lucky TTG member. Every time TTG gets 300 new members, we give away $30,000 or a brand new Tesla, whichever the winner chooses. But we also give away a lot to new members. And we're always giving out like Amazon Kindles, Android tablets, laptops to new members. We don't always have them, but when we do, they go very quickly. And tonight we've got 17 laptops available for the next 17 people that sign up to True Trading Group. These are not going to last. We had a handful left over from yesterday, and Sammer, actually, who's our developer, found some more actually in the closet that Adam forgot were there when he left to go on vacation. So we had a handful left from yesterday, and then we were able to get our hands on a couple of more. So we are looking at now 17 laptops available for the next 17 people that sign up to True Trading Group. You're going to get a brand new free laptop, totally free. We even cover the shipping for you. And yes, we do ship globally. All right. So listen up real quickly, guys. A membership to True Trading Group, it's normally $2,212. But from now until midnight Pacific tonight, you can actually save 40%. It brings the membership price all the way down to just $1,312. And the next 17 people to sign up for a membership will get a free laptop. Use coupon code TTG121 to get a brand new free laptop. It's going to be either an Asus, HP, Dell, or Lenovo. All right. Asus, we actually might have sold out of all. We might have actually already got rid of all the Lenovos from yesterday. But Acer, HP, Dell, or Lenovo is what you guys are going to be getting. Totally free. Like I said, we even cover the shipping. Just use coupon code TTG121. I want you to think of True Trading Group as the Netflix of trading communities, guys, because you pay one price to get access to every single thing that we have. Your membership includes our 17-course curriculum. It's the entire curriculum. It's broken down into beginner and advanced courses. There's also courses on options, trader psychology, swing trading, crypto, you name it, we've got it. They're all in text and video format. You get Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed. That gives you live breaking to the second news alerts directly inside of our chat room. You get Quote Media's full book level 2, which shows you all the market maker depth inside of level 2. Trade Ideas real-time scanner that shows you stocks making new highs, new lows, volume surge. You know, it's broken down into small cap, mid caps, large caps, depending on what you trade. That Trade Idea scanner is going to help you stay focused on the best stocks during the day where you can have the best chance to profit. You also get TradingView's Pro Plus charting software. That's going to be one of the most commonly used charting programs that traders use. That's free with your membership. And you also get our simulator where you can trade stocks and options with fake money to practice implementing what you learn in the courses. You get access to our chat room, obviously, where the moderators and I, we share our screen with you. We're live on the microphone, talking to you, calling out our trades in real time. You know, you can DM us, ask us questions throughout the course of the trading day. We're there the whole day. We're not gone after the first 2 hours of the day. And we're currently sporting an 83% win rate in chat. It might even be 84, 82, 84, 83, something like that. It's just over 80% win rate in chat. We're fully transparent in True Trading Group. We actually keep a trading journal on our website where all the moderators are required to upload their trading activity to the journal. So it tracks every buy and every sell that all of our moderators make, so you can track all of our performance. We also do live workshops and webinars. I told you about Trader Palooza before. We do one-on-one mentor sessions. I told you about, I had a one-on-one with a member just earlier today when we were talking about PDT rule. We do small private study groups where this is your chance to really get that like individualized attention and help on topics and lessons that you need help with. We also do those giveaways. I told you about the Tesla $30,000 giveaway. And the next 17 people are going to get a brand new free laptop. So again, just use coupon code TTG121. You're going to get a brand new free laptop, and you will get the 40% discount. You'll know you're one of the 17 laptops. If you go to the checkout page, guys, you'll see the laptop in your checkout cart. If you see the laptop like you do here, that means you're getting one of the laptops. If you get to the checkout, the laptop's not there, that means we've run out of laptops. All right. I'm not sure how many more we're going to be able to get. Adam's on vacation. He usually is the one that deals with the wholesaler. It's been Joe has been kind of the man behind the curtain these last couple of days, and he told me today he doesn't think he was not going to be able to get more. We only had a couple left from last night, but then Sammer came through in the clutch. So you guys can actually thank Sammer for today. Charles, welcome to the TGD family. Charles, folks, we now only have 16 laptops left. So everyone give a big warm TGD welcome to Charles. Folks, we only have 16 left. I'm telling you, these laptops fly. Everybody loves free stuff. So what's better than a 40% discount and a free laptop? Use coupon code TTG121. We also do have a money back guarantee. I stand behind my program. I put my money where my mouth is. I have no problem doing that. I put my neck out there each and every single day, and I'll continue to do it because that's how strongly I believe in the platform and the program that we have created. I see the success that our members are having. You see the success our members are having because I asked them before, and you saw them all comment in chat. If my members were all losing money, I wouldn't be able to offer you a money back guarantee. I'd just be a fool if I did that. So here's the deal. Commit to me and I'll commit to you. That's the deal. If you go through all of our courses, pass the quizzes at the end of the courses, and attend one private study group, that's it. If you do those three things, if you still don't make back your membership fee, which tonight's $1,312, if you don't make that fee back at least once during your membership, I'll give you all your money back. I'll give you a full refund. I'm not kidding. Everything I'm telling you, it's on the website, so you know you're getting exactly what I'm saying here. That's how strongly I believe that if you put in a little bit of work and a little bit of effort, that this can work for you. Again, over 80% of our members were successful. That's according to a recent survey we did with our members about 3 weeks ago. All right. Somebody asked earlier how many members that we have. We have just under 7,000 members in True Trading Group. Just under 7,000 members in True Trading. It's like 6,900 and something, if I'm not mistaken. I think we're just under 7,000 members. All right. So there you have it, folks. Use coupon code TGD121. 16 laptops. They're going to be gone quick. So jump on them now before they are completely sold out. You guys have until midnight to get the 40% discount and claim that laptop. Again, coupon code TTG121. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a sip of water, and then we're going to talk about the main topics for tonight. We got a lot to go over. We got tech earnings. We've got the Fed meeting, and we've got my after hours trade on SPRT. Christelle, beautiful name. Christelle, welcome to the TTG family. Everyone give Christelle a big warm welcome. There are now only 15 laptops left. I told you these laptops fly. So everybody welcome Christelle. You've got to use coupon code TTG121. You actually have to type in the code and press apply code to get the discount. Otherwise, you're going to be paying a hell of a lot more than $1,300. All right. So again, guys, coupon code TTG121. Okay. Now, let's see. What do I want to hit on first? Let's hit on the Fed meeting first, and then we'll get to charts in a little bit. Let's get to Tiffany Bowman just joined as well. Someone just said, did she? Tiffany Bowman is I know Tiffany from the live streams. I feel like I always call out her. Someone just said Tiffany Bowman joined. Let me confirm here, Tiffany, if this is true. Somebody said Tiffany joined. I don't know. Not sure. Maybe earlier today. I don't see it like in the last couple of minutes. So maybe earlier. Well, Tiffany, if you are a member of the TGD fam, I welcome you. Open arms. Hug it out. TGD hug. TGD hug. My TGD fam. All right, guys, let's talk about the Fed real quick. All right, let's talk about the Fed. Because tomorrow's a Fed meeting. Now, what's happening tomorrow? Tomorrow, the Fed is going to be making a decision based on if they are going to begin tapering their asset purchase program. They're also going to make a decision on if they're going to be raising rates. I'll tell you one thing. There's a 99.99999% chance that the Federal Reserve does not move interest rates tomorrow. I would say 100%, but nothing in life is guaranteed. But I would say it's 100% that they're not going to touch rates. So rates will remain unchanged. Rates will remain at zero. What might change is sentiment from the Fed. I'm really interested in tomorrow's Fed meeting, and I'm going to tell you why. This resurgence of the Delta variant, you're starting to see restrictions be put back on across the globe. You're starting to see other countries go into either putting restrictions on, going into partial lockdowns. The CDC just changed their mask mandate. You are starting to see, as COVID cases start to rise again because of the Delta variant, you're starting to see restrictions get put back on. Here's why this is interesting. If the Delta variant does continue to cause issues and there are restrictions placed on the global economies, that would actually slow growth. Now, normally slowing growth would be a bad thing. If inflation is going to run hot, slowing growth would actually be better for that. So those people that think inflation is going to run wild, a little temporary hit the brakes because of a Delta variant might actually be a good thing, because it might actually allow inflation to take a breather. But for those that believe that the Fed is correct and inflation is not necessarily going to be a concern and it's a temporary, it's transitory, and they expect inflation to come back down, they're going to look at that as a big negative. They're going to look at that as a big negative. So I'm of the mindset that the markets believe the Fed. The markets believe the Fed because the markets are sitting at all-time highs. Yes, I know we had a little bit of a red day today, but we literally made all-time highs yesterday. So the markets are sitting up at all-time highs. If the markets did not believe the Fed, the markets would have already been down 15, 20% from their highs. So the market believes the Fed. And as long as the Fed says we're not worried, interest rates are zero, our asset purchase programs are still going full steam ahead, the markets don't really seem to care very much about anything that's COVID related. I've been saying on my live stream now for the last several months that any pullback that occurs because of a COVID headline is a buyable dip, because the markets don't necessarily care. The headline brings back PTSD and brings back fear because of what happened. But the reality of it is that we're not going to have a situation as bad as it was in March and April of last year. You have all the stimulus. You've got vaccines. People have antibodies. And it's not going to be something that was as bad as it was the first time around. So I think people start to realize that, and you get that initial shock, that initial fear, and then people kind of regain themselves and the markets kind of bounce right back. I still think that that's the case, but I'm interested to hear what the Fed has to say about this. I'm interested to see what the Fed thinks, that if the Delta variant does continue to cause issues and it causes restrictions and it causes economic slowdown, what does that mean for your inflation outlook? I'm really, really interested to hear Jerome Powell talk about that tomorrow, as is, I think, the rest of the world. Because I think the rest of the world really is unsure on how to take this. And I think that's why the markets the last week have really been all over the place. You had the huge gap down and the big bounce back. David, welcome to the TTG family. Everyone give a big warm welcome to David. Guys, that means we now only have 14 laptops left. I told you. Okay? I told you guys that those laptops are going to go quick. All right? I told you those laptops are going to go quick. So we only have 14 left. Use coupon code THD121, get the 40% discount, get a free laptop. All right? So if you look at the markets over the last week, Okay, let's look at the markets over the last week. You had Delta variant. And then you had who really cares about Delta variant? But then all of a sudden the markets were like, wait a second, no, seriously, Delta variant's kind of a big deal. Earnings are kind of a bigger deal. The markets really aren't quite sure how to take this Delta variant. And I'm very, very interested to see what the Fed has to say about, is this going to cause an issue, or what they think will happen? Because if the Fed does not think that if Delta variant continues to be an issue, if it requires partial lockdowns and restrictions on global economies, and if that slows growth, if the Fed does not think that slowdown in growth is going to slow down inflation, that's a problem. Because then you have the possibility of something called stagflation. Stagflation, no bueno. Cherry, welcome to the TTG family. Everyone, give Cherry a big warm welcome to the TTG family. There are now only 13 laptops left. Only 13 laptops left. Okay. Stagflation. What is stagflation? Stagflation is rising inflation with slowing growth. That's not good. All right. That's not good. So if the Federal Reserve thinks that even if if growth slows, if they still think inflation is going to run for a little bit, that's not necessarily a good thing. But then at the same time, the Fed has already said that they think that inflation is transitory. So they expect inflation to kind of run hot for the next couple months, but then by next year, settle back down to 2.5%. Well, what if they're wrong? If they're wrong about inflation and growth slows, then that's the worst possible scenario for equity markets. The worst possible scenario for global markets would be red hot rising inflation into next year with slowing growth. That would be that would be the worst case scenario. Because then the Federal Reserve would be forced to raise rates to slow down inflation, but they're raising rates into a slowing economy, which is a death sentence. You're asking for a recession at that point. You're asking for a recession if you raise rates into a slowing economy. Usually you raise rates into a red hot economy, and you raise rates to kind of slow things down so inflation doesn't run out of control. So that would be worst case scenario. If that happens, I think you get easily a 30-35% pullback in the markets if that turns out to be the case. Now, I'm not saying that's the likely scenario. I'm just letting you guys, I'm just educating you and sharing with you my thoughts. And if this happens, then look at this and cause and effect. And so you understand the bigger picture. You understand the macroeconomic view of what moves markets and what's going on in the world. You need to know these things so you can make better trading and investment decisions with your money, right? That's the whole point. So the whole point of these live streams is to educate you, to help empower you so you can make better decisions. Become better traders, become better market participants, more successful market participants. That's the point, right? So that's one possibility. The other possibility is Delta variant, it comes and it goes pretty quickly. The UK is already kind of turning the corner. Now, the UK saw the Delta variant spike before anybody else. So Delta variant was a big issue in the UK before it was an issue in the US. And the UK is already kind of turning the corner, which you had Dr. Gottlieb say that we might be a couple weeks away from peak Delta variant. Now, if we peak in like 2 weeks, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. But if we're a month from now and cases are still increasing, then that could be a problem. You might see states go into lockdowns. You might see indoor dining get closed. If you start to see that crap, that's going to really slow growth. Nobody wants to see that happen again. Believe me, the whole world is over lockdowns. Nobody wants to see that happen again. The markets aren't going to like that. The markets are going to absolutely hate that. Hate that. You probably get just down moves in the market just based on that alone. So that's what I want to hear from the Fed. I want to hear what the Fed thinks the Delta variant. What are the risks of Delta variant, the effect on inflation and the overall economy? Are they concerned about it? Does this recent rise in the Delta variant change their economic outlook for the next 12 months? Yes or no? They've been very vocal on what their outlook is. They've been very vocal. We're not raising rates for at least 1 to 2 years. We know that. They might start tapering their asset purchase program. We know that. But does this change that? Because now you might have the opposite. You might have the Federal Reserve come out and say, guys, listen, we're a little concerned about the Delta variant, so we're going to actually hold off on the tapering of our asset purchases. We're going to continue to purchase these assets till the end of the year. If the Fed says that tomorrow, new all-time highs. Because then the market's going to say, wait a second. So if the Delta variant's actually a problem, then it's actually going to cause for a more accommodative Fed for a longer period of time. The reason why the markets got shaken up over the last month or two is because the market started to get scared that the Fed's stimulus is coming to an end. Nobody knows exactly when, but everyone's like, we're pretty close to the Fed saying, we did our job, we're done here, you're on your own. We're close to that point. So if the Fed comes out and says, listen, this new rise in the Delta variant, it might slow growth. So if that's the case, we're going to stay accommodative. We're going to continue our asset purchase program. They're buying $120 billion worth of assets every month. And if they say, hey, we're going to continue that to the end of the year, we go to all-time highs. The market's going to be like, yes, free money till the end of the year. Coast is clear. No asset purchase tapering, no interest rate hikes till at least next year. That's going to be a clear green light for equity markets. Every hedge fund manager, at least my opinion, is just going to go, shit, buy equities. Where else would you put your money if that's the case? There's nowhere else to get that kind of return. You're going to get it. You're going to put your money in bonds? Ooh, 1.2%? No, that would be a clear green light to the rest of the markets. Then you're talking SPY, 450, 460, 470. You're talking 4,700 on the S&P before the end of the year. If the Fed says that, I don't know what they're going to say. I don't think Jerome Powell knows what he's going to say. He'll probably figure it out tomorrow at 2:30 when he gets up on the podium. I don't know. But these are the things that I'm going to be looking for. These are things the market's going to be looking for. So I like to have these conversations with you so that you understand, based on what is said, that man's words move markets. And he has become master of tongue. That man has, when he first became Fed chair, his public speaking sucked. He spoke totally forgetting that literally millions of people are listening to him with their finger on the trigger to either buy or sell, depending on what he says. And he used to talk all over the place. Now, that man has perfected the art of the press conference. He dances around questions that he knows will have major impact. He is very vague with certain things without giving clear, like the guy has perfected it. Seriously. So I wouldn't necessarily expect a major hawkish tone from him tomorrow. Hawkish means like bearish, like if the Fed turns hawkish, that means they're less accommodative, and then the markets would actually tend to go down. A dovish Fed means they're more accommodative, which means more stimulus, which would tend to see the markets go up. So these are some of the things you want to look for tomorrow regarding the Fed. Okay? I hope that was helpful. Joey, welcome to the TTG family. Folks, 12 laptops left. I told you this. These laptops go fast. Everybody, welcome Joey to the TTG family. We now have 12 laptops left. 12 laptops left. Everyone, welcome Joey to the TTG family. Okay. Welcome, Joey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now let's talk about earnings. Today was a big day for earnings. Today was a big day for earnings. You had some mega giants report earnings today. And I was surprised at what I saw coming out of the print. So on the earnings print, I was actually really surprised at the price action of a lot of stocks. Apple, Starbucks, great numbers. Great numbers. You know, Apple decimated, I think was the actual word that I saw on CNBC. The headline was like, Apple decimates expectations. Like, what? I've never seen that word before in CNBC. Their iPhone sales rose like 50%. Every time people think that the iPhone is done, Apple's like, nope. Every time. Yes, their services industry is growing big time. Yes. They're continuously growing revenue from other areas, and we're much less reliant on the iPhone. But so when the iPhone surprises to the upside, that's big, but Apple traded down on earnings. Microsoft originally traded down on earnings. You had AMD, you had Starbucks, great growth, like 70%, in-store sale growth, like globally, like something crazy. Traded down. So like once I first saw all of these stocks trade lower off of earnings, I was actually a little concerned. I thought maybe that this was like, that's not a good sign when you see companies have really good earnings and then you see the stock sell off after it. And I mean a lot of them, not just like one specific stock that has good earnings and sells off, but like when you see like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 huge companies have really good earnings and the stocks actually trade down, that's more of an indication to me on market sentiment. And I think that's more of an indication to me on people taking profit. And if people are taking profit on really good earnings and not adding to their positions on really good earnings, that could be a sign of overall market sentiment. And that's what I started looking at today on the earnings print. Let's pull up a couple of these charts. I want to show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to Apple first. Look at this. Are you serious? Really? Apple's down 3.5% after destroying? Odd. Look at Apple. Look at this red candle. What? That doesn't coincide with the earnings. That doesn't coincide with earnings. Look at the volume too. So maybe you have some people coming out and saying, you know what? Let's take advantage of this. We're worried about the Delta variant. We don't know what the Fed's going to say tomorrow. Let's take some profit. That's what I think is happening today. Okay? Apple, prime example. Prime example. All right? AMD is basically flat. All right? AMD is basically flat. Also good earnings. AMD basically flat. Starbucks. Ew. Really? Down 3%? Really? Look at that candle on the daily chart. Stock was at all-time highs today. All-time highs. Michelle, welcome to the TTG family. Everyone give Michelle a big warm welcome. Folks, we have 11 laptops left. I told you these are not going to last. These are going to be gone by midnight, I'm telling you. Use coupon code TTG121. Get yourself the 40% discount and a brand new free laptop. We also cover the shipping costs, and we do ship globally, folks. Okay, so that's, again, big sell-off candle on Starbucks. Again, profit taking. The stock's at all-time highs. It's not like it's been in this bearish trend and people are just dumping the stock. No, profit taking, folks. The stock was at all-time highs today. Okay, just profit taking. Then you take a look at Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft. Initially, off the earnings print, dropped, and then it was conference call that took that thing higher. Now, I don't know what was said on the conference call. I was getting ready for the live stream. I was actually eating some dinner. All right. I was actually eating some dinner. That was my bad, Joe. I just did that. I'm not sure what was said that caused the stock to move higher, but now you can see, you can still see starting to fade a little bit. The stock is still red on the day. Still down. Stock is still red on the day. The only one that really, wow, even Google, hear me now, destroyed earnings, blew their revenue expectation out of the water. And you had the quick spike and then the quick drop. Guys, Google is down 1%. The stock is down. Stock is down, and they destroyed earnings. I think it was like 56 billion revenue expectation, came in 63 billion. Destroyed. This, my friends, is my opinion, textbook profit taking at all-time highs. Textbook profit taking all-time highs right before the Fed meeting tomorrow. People are sitting here saying these stocks are at all-time highs. We've had a huge run. We've got the Fed meeting tomorrow. We got the Delta variant starting to pick things up. Let's take a little off the table. And that's exactly what you saw today in all these big tech stocks. Okay? That's what I think is going on right now, because these companies didn't have bad earnings. I just think it's profit taking. Right? I just think it's profit taking. All right? Yeah, Tesla too. Tesla traded lower today too. Tesla down 3%. Tesla earning. Tesla down 3%. Okay? You know, and we're just kind of sitting here like, bloop, a small little pullback day. You know, a small little pullback day. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. And now we just have to wait and see what happens tomorrow when the Fed Chairman Powell speaks. Yes, that's what happened to Apple, Janelle. John L. Yes, that's what happened to Apple. Just profit taking. Profit taking at all-time highs. Coming into the Fed meeting, I just think it's profit taking. I think also maybe with Apple, and I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud, but like what's going on with China, and the tension with China is getting really, really, really serious. And you know, China with the attacking like basically every Chinese company you can imagine. The Chinese government is attacking them like crazy. First, it was the education stocks. These education stocks are down 70, 80, 90% because the Chinese government woke up one day and decided they were going to make it illegal for education companies to make a profit. Welcome to communist China. So all of your education companies now need to operate as nonprofits. So all those stocks dropped 70, 80, 90%. Some of them are just going to close up shop and go out of business. And now they're attacking like all your big tech companies like Alibaba. You know, see Alibaba's getting crushed. Baidu, crushed. JD.com, crushed. Billy, crushed. IQ, crushed. Not a good time to be a shareholder of Chinese companies, I'll tell you that. Not a good time to be a shareholder of Chinese companies. Been an absolute nightmare to deal with them. But that's nor here nor there. But I do think maybe some of that is rolling over into the overall markets as well, because these are stocks that, you know, money managers have very large positions in, like Alibaba, Baidu, like these are huge companies. So we'll see. But that's earnings. That was kind of your big earnings from today. You know, AMD, Apple, Microsoft, Starbucks, Google. Those are some of your biggest earnings from the day today. And you see a lot of pullbacks on these names. And I think it's profit taking because, you know, we don't know what the Fed's going to do tomorrow. We don't know what's going on with the Delta variant. You see some restrictions, you know, starting to peak in other parts of the world. And I think that the markets are starting to get a little concerned. And I think people are not ready to hit the sell button, but they're ready to take some profit off the table. Big difference between taking profit off the table and hitting the sell button. You know, hitting the sell button mean like, hey, it's time to get out. Get out and take profit, two different things. But I think today's earnings was profit taking. Okay? Okay. Next. 28% gain after hours. Now, SPRT, and it's crazy because I was actually doing a workshop after the close today at 4:15 p.m. I was doing a workshop with some members. And I told everybody in chat today that SPRT has potential to be a swing trade and to watch it. And right after hours, in the middle of my workshop, the thing just rips. And the thing rips with huge volume. And this really got my attention because of the volume that this stock started trading after hours when it broke through a key level of resistance. One thing that I want you guys to understand when it comes to after hours trading, you will almost always have lower volume after hours than you do when the market is open, unless a company comes out with some type of piece of news after hours. Okay. Unless a company comes out with some type of news after hours. And what happened with SPRT, when I saw this stock break through a resistance level, that resistance level was $8. When I saw this stock break through that resistance level at $8, with the heaviest volume that this stock had traded at any point during the day when the market was open, at 4:45 p.m. Eastern, when the market's closed, this stock trades the heaviest volume that it did the whole day. That is odd. That's not normal. So when I saw that, I took the trade after hours. But now, why $8? Let's talk about why $8 first. Okay, let's go to the daily chart. Let's just pan this out. Actually, you know what? Let's do 3-minute chart. You can see it. I don't have to go all the way to the daily. Okay, there is prior day's high. All right. There's prior day's high. There it is. You guys see it. I'll make it a 5-minute chart just so maybe you guys can see a little bit more clearly. There it is. Okay, this is now, I just made this a 5-minute chart. I went from 3 to 5 minutes. There it is. Okay. So here's today. That's today's trading on SPRT. The reason why I really point it out is because I want you to pay attention to the volume that this stock traded today. Okay, look at the volume this stock traded today. Very, very light, right? Very light. But then all of a sudden, when we break through that prior day's high, the volume is heavier than it was at any point during the day. You see how the volume got heavier than at any point during the day? I'm going to go back to a 3-minute chart because I really want you to be able to zoom in and see this. Okay, so here we have it. So here's today's trading action. I'll draw a horizontal line across the heaviest volume of the day. Right there. It's the heaviest volume the stock traded the entire day. Notice after hours when we broke through $8, which is that previous high, right? There it is. There's that previous high. There's that resistance. When we broke through that, notice how the volume is the heaviest it was the entire day. That's extremely rare. It's extremely rare for a stock to trade heavier volume after hours than it did at any point during the day when the market was open without some major new catalyst that gets announced after the close. That to me was a screaming buy signal. So what did I do? I sat there and I placed a bid right in front of that previous high because what do we know? The heavier the volume that comes in when a stock breaks through a level of resistance, the greater the chance that previous level becomes support. So the fact that the stock broke through $8 after hours with the heaviest volume that it traded at any point during the day when the market is open, that's insane volume. So I stepped in and I got long right there. $8.35. Okay, I am long SPRT from $8.35. I entered the trade at 4:59 p.m. Eastern time, after hours. I hope you guys enjoyed my thumbnail. Again, I'm going to say it again because I think it's hilarious, and I hope you guys enjoyed my thumbnail. Okay, after hours, trading after hours. So there's my entry point at 8:35, and what happens? We hold $8 support beautifully. What do we know? I just said it, right? The heavier the volume that comes in when a stock breaks through a level of resistance, the greater the chance that level then becomes support. And look at this move that we got after hours. I just start ripping profits off the table. I took a piece of profit off the table at $9.84 as we broke through the high of the day, or the after hours high. And then we kept extending, and I took another piece of profit off the table at $10.65. The high is $10.86. So the bulk of my position is now off the table. That's a 28% gain after hours. But I'm still long a piece of this position, okay? I'm still long a piece of this position. Believe me, I liked this much better when it was trading up here. The fact that we pulled all the way back to 840 is not exciting to me. I feel like that's a little bit of a sign of weakness. I would have much rather seen this thing close at like $9.50, $10. That would have been a screaming sign of a gap up tomorrow. I would have, if we closed the after hours closes at 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, this closed at 8:40. All right, $8.40 is where this closed. Again, the after hours session closes at 8 p.m. Eastern. But if we close like up here, this would be a screaming gap up. I would have expected this stock tomorrow to be at $12. But we didn't. We pulled all the way back to 840, which changes things now because we're back below a major level of resistance, which is, I'll show you guys on the daily, which is this level right here. This $9, like $9.25, $9.50, we're back beneath that level. You can see we got above it, but we failed to stay above it. We pulled all the way back down to 840. Now, that doesn't mean the stock is dead in the water. I'd like to see the stock stay above 8 because, again, 8 is the whole reason why I got long this stock, is when we broke above 8 and then 8 became support. We got that huge run. I'd like to see 8 continue to be support, but I've already taken the bulk of my position off the table. I've already locked in 28% gains. So I'm really playing with house money at this point. If we get the gap up tomorrow, great. We'll see if I can get some good follow through on this tomorrow, but I am still long. This will be one of the stocks that will be on my watch list for tomorrow. But again, it's the volume. This was the volume. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This was all about the volume for me to catch that follow through move. And it paid off big time. It paid off big time. I had a non-event day. When the markets closed, I had one winning trade. I had one losing trade. It was kind of a non-event type of day. It was like basically like a break-even kind of day. And then this SPRT trade brought me into the green. Not a huge green day, but, decent. And I still have a piece of this trade working, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. But if this thing can get over 925, 935, if we can get over that, the stock's got room. The stock has room if we can get over that level. We'll have to wait and see. Okay? But there you have it, folks. That's SPRT. That's the 28% gain. Again, I still am holding a piece of this position. We'll see what happens tomorrow. All right? And there we have it. Okay? There we have it. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. We talked about a lot of stuff here today. We talked about the earnings. We talked about the Fed meeting. We talked about, some things to look for after hours. Like, how do you know that you can trust the setup after hours? We just went over. We talked about that. This is, what I try to do on all these lives. I try to give you guys some lessons and some education that you can take with you and you can implement in your trading to help you guys become better traders. And I hope we accomplished just that here today on this live stream. So what I'm going to do here now, I'm actually going to show you the entire TTG platform. But before I do, I want to know who's with us still that is not a member of True Trading Group. If you're not a member of TTG, go ahead and type the letters, TTG in chat right now. Type the letters TTG in chat right now. All right, we got AC Royal Automotive, Sam E, Mark Semenek, Dan B, Steve Kabai, Vlad, Lee Bowler, John Bianchi, Universal Thought, Top Trader, Marva Robertsons, Stiegelman Family Farm, Siopolis, Kevin Hatton. Yo, Dana, what's up, brother? Haydar Atzman. Yo, Michael Feeney, what's up, man? He goes, yo, TTG fam, I'm working tonight, but I found time to step into the live for a minute. Michael, what's good, bro? Thanks for popping by. Byron Gladsby, what's up? Elon Musk Cat says, Mike, do you still think UPS has more downside? UPS actually found support at a very critical level today, so I'd be a little bit more patient if you're going to look for more downside. It found support at a very critical level. All right, so for those of you that are all typing TTG that are not members of True Trading Group, before I'm going to show you all the platforms. So I'm going to show you everything you get as a member. Before we do, keep in mind we do have a 1 week free trial. All right, we have a 1 week free trial. You can try us out totally free. There's no credit card needed. It's 1 week. You can go to ttgfree.com. Again, that is ttgfree.com. Now, listen carefully, though. You will not get the 40% discount through the free trial. You will not get a laptop through the free trial. But if you want to try us out for a week, you'll get, some type of discount, but not the 40% discount. You're not going to get the free laptop. But you want to try us out for a full week, you can. That 1 week trial gives you read-only access to our trading chat room every day. It gives you our TTG watch list and our trading game plan every morning. And you're going to be able to use our Benzinga Pro live news feed right in chat. So you get news alerts directly in chat as soon as they come across the wire. You're also going to get one free sample course. And you're going to be able to see all of our moderators' trading history. Again, all of our moderators load their trading activity to a trading journal on our website every day. It tracks every buy and every sell that they make so you can follow along and see how we are trading. All right. So again, go to ttgfree.com if you guys want to join that 1 week free trial. All right. Now, everyone else, keep in mind that our normal 1 year membership, it's usually $2,212. But from tonight, for tonight until midnight Pacific, you can save 40%. It brings the price all the way down to $1,312. And the next 11 people to use the coupon code TTG121 will get a brand new free laptop, totally free. We even cover the shipping, and we do ship globally. It's just our gift to you for joining the TTG family. Now, remember, there's no upsells in True Trading Group. There's no add-ons. You pay one price, $13.12 for the whole year, and you get access to every single thing we have. As a member of True Trading Group, you're going to gain access to the top premium trading tools and products because we bundle them together as part of your membership. Included with your membership will be Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed. I told you about that already. I can't tell you how much money we've made and saved because of this newsfeed because we get the news as soon as it hits the wire. There's no delay like Yahoo Finance, so we're able to either get into stocks or get out of stocks as soon as that news comes across the feed. Invaluable service. The moderators and I, my members, we use this every day. You also get Quote Streams full book level 2 that shows you all the Market Maker 2 depth. Then you're going to be getting a trade simulator that's going to let you trade stocks and options with fake money with real-time data so you can practice implementing what you've learned in the courses. Guys, please use the simulator when you first start out. Trading is not easy. Most traders lose money when they first start. Go through the simulator, prove to yourself you can make money before you start risking your hard-earned cash. You're also going to get access to our Trade Ideas scanner. The Trade Ideas scanner is going to show you stocks that make new highs, new lows, that have a volume surge. It's broken down into small caps, mid caps, large caps. So no matter what it is that you trade, you can stay focused on the best stocks for you to have the best chance to profit during the trading day. All this is free. You don't pay $1 extra for any of this. This is what I mean by TTG is a platform for traders. You're also going to have access to TradingView's charting software. This is one of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders. Yours free. You're also going to be getting at least 10 easy to follow, actionable real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders that is currently sporting about an 83% win rate. I told you we are fully transparent. We keep a trading journal on our website that literally tracks every buy and every sell that all of our moderators make, so you can follow along and see how you'd be performing had you followed the trade alerts. You also get a small private study group with a TTG mod. That's your chance to get individualized attention, ask questions, and go over lessons and topics that you really need help with. Then you have the curriculum. Folks, our courses are a simplified version of the stuff I learned working at the fund. They're broken up into beginner and foundation courses and then advanced courses. There's courses on options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it, we've got it. They're all in text format. They also come in video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. You are getting access to every course. There are no special pro VIP courses that cost more money. You get access to every single one as a member of TTG. Then, in addition to the courses, there's a video library that has over 100 hours of additional educational video content. These are the workshops and webinars I told you about before, like all of our Trader Paloozas. I talked about that earlier. We do different workshops covering different topics, like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO and have confidence pulling the trigger, just to name a few. You have access to all of this stuff. You don't pay $1 extra for anybody. And then, of course, you have the chat room. Chat room, the mods and I, we share our screen. We're live on the mic, calling out our trades in real time. You can send us private messages, ask us questions during the day. We're there with you the entire day from pre-market till after hours. We're not gone after the first 2 hours, and you're left to fend for yourself. Now, guys, listen up, because between now and August, we will be moving the price of our membership up to over $2,000. Because in life, it's important to know your worth, and we know that our membership is worth far more than $1,300. To put it into perspective, that Benzinga news feed, if you went to Benzinga on your own and said, hey, I want to sign up for this news feed, it's going to cost you $1,400 a year. That is more than your entire membership to TTG, and you get everything else. That quote media, the level 2 with all the market maker depth in level 2, $990 a year to see that data. The trade simulator, $300 a year, and TradingView's premium level charting, $600 a year. So just those 4 things, these 4 things that are all included with your membership, if you paid for them on your own, you're spending over $3,200 a year just for those products. They're all included in your TTG platform. And you can get that platform for just $13.12 right now with a free laptop. Just use coupon code TTG121. That's it. You actually have to enter the coupon code and click apply code. You'll know you're getting one of the laptops because if you see a laptop in your checkout cart, you're good. If you go to the checkout cart, the laptop's not there, that means we've sold out. There's only 11 of them left. They're not going to last long. Our goal is to disrupt this entire industry, folks. In order to do that, we need to provide insane value and results at a price substantially less than any of our so-called competitors. And we have that money back guarantee. Don't forget that. You commit to me, I'll commit to you. If you go through all our courses, if you pass all our quizzes and attend one private study group, put in a little bit of effort, if you do those 3 things, if you still don't make your membership fee back, I will give you a full refund. I will give you all of your money back, folks. That's how much I stand behind, and that is how much I believe in the platform that we have created. I put my money where my mouth is. Worst case scenario, you guys sign up, you don't make your membership fee back. I give you your money back, and you got a free laptop in the meanwhile. Best case scenario, you sign up, get a free laptop, become a successful trader, and achieve financial goals you never thought were possible. Weigh that risk reward. Every time you make a trade, you need to weigh the risk reward. I just gave you a trade. Weigh that risk reward. We're also 5-star rated on Trustpilot, folks. I welcome, encourage, and invite you all to go to Trustpilot and check out those reviews. Over 1,300 people have taken the time to leave us a review on Trustpilot. Go read them. All right, go read them. All right, there's no better review than one of that of your peers, guys. There's no better review than that of your peers. I would also like to know how many of our members that are on the live stream right now, how long did it take you to make back your membership fee? I'm talking about this money back guarantee, right? And, you know, I want all of our viewers here to know that if you guys don't make that membership fee back at least once after doing those things, I'm going to give you all your money back. But let's see how our members are doing. How long did it take our members to make back their membership fee? Comment in chat right now. Diane Fig says, it's not if you make it back, but when. Dana Scavidi says, TTG is the real deal, guys. It took Get Low Q 10 days to make back their membership. Took Miriam the very next morning. Took Roxanne G 3 weeks. Elon Musk Cat says, since joining TTG, I love waking up at 5 a.m. I'm on the West Coast. Took April Makes Trades 2 to 3 days. Took Marcia Gomes 3 weeks to make back the lifetime membership. It took Wizard 2 months to make back the yearly membership and is now working on getting back the lifetime membership. It took Elon Musk Cat just one trade. Chaz says, there's no way, Mike, you will ever give a refund if they do the courses. Just alone, the knowledge you'll gain is tenfold. That's what I mean, guys. Just go through the courses. And he's not saying that I wouldn't give it. If you don't make the money back, I will give you the refund. But he's saying if you go through the courses, that the chances of you wanting a refund are very slim. Nick G went from $2,000 to a $30,000 account in just 4 months. Diane Fig has made back her membership fee so far twice, and she joined 5 months ago with just a $100 account. It took Edgar 1 week to make back his membership fee, and he started with just a $500 account. Pre-drag Konstantinovich says, is this live? Pre-drag, yes, this is live. It took Julie 3 months to make back her membership while working 60 to 70-hour weeks. Less than 2 months for Bruce, but keeps making the membership fee each week. So, guys, you're seeing, I don't need to keep going. You guys can read a lot of these comments on your own, but you get the point. So these are our TTG members. They're telling you, you saw me ask my members earlier, who's making money? Who's becoming a better trader? You saw all those people commenting. Over 80% of our members are successful, meaning they're making money, they're becoming better traders. That's according to a recent survey we did with our members just about 3 weeks ago. Use the coupon code TTG121, get yourself a 40% discount, and get a brand new laptop. There's 11 of them left, folks. All right? There's 11 of them left. And then, of course, you do have that free 1 week trial. You guys can go to ttgfree.com. That is ttgfree.com. ttgfree.com. If you guys want to join us for free for 1 week, you will not get a laptop. You will not get the 40% discount. But if you want to try us out for a week, you certainly can. Jenny Wonder says, we love you, Uncle Mike. Jenny, I love you too. I love you all too. For real, I love you guys. I really hope that the time that we spend on these live streams, I hope that you are paying attention. I hope you're taking notes. I hope you're learning. I hope you're learning. You know, I hope you guys are becoming better traders. It shouldn't be this difficult for members, or for people, I should say. It shouldn't be this difficult for people to get an education, to try to figure out how to do this stuff. You know, having an understanding of the financial markets is something that can be life-changing for a lot of people, but not enough people have the slightest clue of how to take advantage or how to participate. And I feel like if you really want to do something to bridge the gap between, you know, the average person and the 1%, you really want to bridge that gap, get a financial education. because I bet you every person you know that's in the 1%, I bet you they're active players in the stock market. It's time to level the playing field. Use coupon code TTG121. Get yourself a 40% discount. Get a brand new laptop in the meantime. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications if you haven't done so already. And, of course, smash that like button. I appreciate the love. I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow.